Imagine a system where one group controls everything needed to produce goods and services, from vast factories to fertile land. What happens then to the people who actually perform the work, who create the value? It is a fascinating question that reveals much about economic theories. From a communist perspective, private ownership of the means of production is considered exploitative because it fundamentally allows the owners, often called the bourgeoisie, to extract surplus value from the labor of the workers, known as the proletariat. This is a core tenet of Marxist economic theory. This exploitation stems from a fundamental imbalance of power and resources. Workers, who do not own the productive assets like factories, machinery, or tools, must sell their labor power to the capitalists in order to earn a living and survive. The capitalist then pays the worker a wage. However, this wage is typically less than the actual economic value the worker creates during their entire workday. The crucial difference between the value produced by the worker and the wage paid to them is what is termed surplus value. This surplus value is then appropriated by the capitalist, forming the very foundation of their profit and their ability to accumulate more capital. This process, therefore, is not viewed as a fair exchange but, rather, as a systemic mechanism for wealth transfer. Understanding this concept helps us to see how economic power influences social structures and relations. It illuminates the historical arguments for why wealth tends to concentrate in the hands of a relatively small number of people. For anyone studying economic systems, this means observing the dynamics of labor, wages, and profits, and critically evaluating how the productivity of many contributes to the fortunes of a few owners. It prompts a deeper look into the allocation of resources and the distribution of economic benefits within a society. This analysis is a cornerstone of Karl Marx's extensive critique of capitalism, which he meticulously detailed in his groundbreaking work, Das Kapital. Marx argued that this extraction of surplus value is not simply an ethical failing but an inherent and necessary feature of capitalism itself. He believed this process drives the system's internal contradictions, inevitably leading to intensified class struggle between the owning class and the working class. The term means of production broadly refers to all the non-human physical inputs used in the production of economic value, encompassing everything from raw materials and natural resources to the complex machinery, tools, and the very factories where goods are made. By grasping how private ownership of the means of production is understood as exploitative within communist thought, one gains crucial insight into the historical and theoretical underpinnings of movements advocating for collective ownership. This framework aims to establish a society where the fruits of labor benefit all members equitably, rather than primarily concentrating wealth and power for a select few private owners. This perspective offers a profound lens through which to analyze economic history and theory.